In this lesson on code.org, we are going to be working with printing out statements and variables. Foundation to coding, let's begin. This is code.org. Let's see what we're doing. This program lets you answer a question. Now keep in mind, students, once you click an answer and hit run, your answer is submitted. Your teacher can see it. If I'm your teacher, that's me. And you can't change it. So let's choose carefully. Let's really think about this. Answers the question by typing the keyboard. The print block shows text on the screen. Make a prediction. What will happen after answering this question? When I click run, okay, so this is the code that's going to run. Let me see if I can zoom. Yeah. When I click run, I'm going to set the background to this. Yep, got it. Set blank size to 200, sure. And prompt user, what is your name? For variable name. Prompt user. So I bet it, I think it does ask what my name is. A variable. Now think about math. If I say x plus 2 equals 3, x plus 2 equals 3. So what would x then be? Well, x would have to be 1, right? Because 1 plus 2 equals 3. That's a variable. So prompt user, what's their name? For variable name. I wonder if it saves my name here. And then when name answered, so when there is a name, print hello. Okay, let's see what we got. The program will print hello name. Well, name's not in quotes here though. It's out of quotes, like right there. The program will greet you with the name you type in. I'm thinking that, but maybe not. No, it won't change. Ask another question. Nah, let's give this a shot. Make sure you're really thinking about this. If you don't understand this, you want to go back through it. Let's give it a try. Hello, Kaiser. Or Mr. Perfect. Onward. And a video, so onward. Quick review. In this lesson, we'll be learning a lot about adding text to your project. Before that, let's practice something you've already learned. Okay. Make 2 sprites with different costumes. Give each sprite a different location. All right, so sprites, click. And I'm going to go ahead and grab another. Click. Alrighty. Now, different costumes. Lion. For sure. Let me click move, and I can just... sure. And bug. Okay, I'll leave the default, but let me move them. It's hard for me to see that. I want a blue. Yeah. Alright. Awesome. Onward. Alright, so printing text. To make text appear on the screen, you can use the print block. Do this. Find the print block in the world category and add it to your program. So I'm going to go over here and click on world. Oh yeah, print. And as a little divot, so let's see if I can just, click right there. Type a message into the right side of the left. Right, we got it. To make that text appear. Okay, well I'm going to try hello world. Got a comma in here, maybe not. Sure. Boom. Hello world. Oh, it appears right away. I wonder something. It will appear anyways. Interesting. Alright, hello world. You might print text for a lot of reasons. Make a character talk, describe a scene, give instructions. Well, we got this going. Onward. And you could put whatever you want in it. Be creative. Using text with events. To make more text appear on the screen over time, you'll need to use events. Okay? Do this. Choose any block from the events category and add it to your program. Alright, events. When up is pressed or at 3 seconds. So again, these are the things that don't connect to anything. I'll use at 3 seconds. So these trigger on their own, either when I use a key or in a time frame. Run your program and make the second message appear after the first. Okay. So right now, this message should appear right away. Connect to print block. All right, head to world again. That's where we got it. Print. And I'm going to connect this, not to here, because otherwise they'll all appear right at the same time. The second I click run, hello world, how are you? No, it is sunny. Sure. All right. So now they're appearing exactly at the same time. That's because when I print run, all of this shows automatically. If I want to show after another, what if I grab this and I attach it here? Well then, at 3 seconds, this code runs. This all runs instantly. That runs at 3 seconds. It would also work with the other event block, right? The when up is pressed. I could attach to that and only have my message show then. Onward. It's time to start learning how to use prompts. Prompts make possible to get words and other text from the user and use them later in a program. The text the user types into the prompt is stored in a variable. And again, a variable, guys, you have seen this in math. So if x plus 3 equals 5, x plus 3 equals 5. Okay, well then what would x have to be? What plus 3 would equal 5? Oh, x must be a 2 then, all right? Now in computers, variables aren't just numbers. They can also be words. They can be, it's called a string or a character, right? So what is your name? Variable name. So just like in math where x could be 2, x could be Mr. Kaiser. X or name could be 2, or name could be Mr. Kaiser. It's just a way to refer to something else. It like saves it to whatever this thing is called. All right, do this. Find the prompt user block in the world category, add it. Got it. Prompt user. Click. All right. Type in a question you would like to ask. How old are you? I guess. Sure. Change the the question to the label you want to use by clicking rename this variable. Oh, rename. Okay, so I have to pick a name for this. I'll call this, I guess, age. Create. Press run, then answer the prompt by typing something. Nothing else will happen yet, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to ask what your age is, and apparently I'm saving it, and I called this age. Run. Oh, now I have to put in my... I'm not old. Okay, 33. Enter. Word prompts. To use the information stored in the variable, we first need to wait for the user to answer. You now have a new event block that is triggered that runs as soon as a prompt is answered. So this word trigger is interesting. I bet we're going to use that. Now, keep in mind, this event at 3 seconds is triggered after 3 seconds. This event when up is pressed is triggered when up is pressed. Now we have a when blank is answered. Do this, drag it. The new blank is answered. Now if you don't have a question to prompt, you need to go back one and make sure you understand that. Also, this is my question. Think of your own. Alright, drag when block into your answer. Make sure your variable name matches the one in your prompt. So over here, oh yeah, mine is age. And again, think of your own question. Alright, age. Now, connect a, I could have done color. Connect a print block under the new event. So here's my event, right? This stuff runs automatically. This is only ever going to run when age is answered. If age isn't answered, nothing connected here runs. So now I need a print. World print. Make sure all the variable labels match. Print age. Okay, so and that looks like we could add something. Age, age, age. Let's try. I have to write this again. I had hair once. I'm just saying, students. Oh, boom. And before, that wasn't happening. Cool. Onward. Now, let's get a little fancier. You can combine text stored in a variable with others. Oh, look, it's puzzles. Okay. Do this. Look through the new blocks in the world category. Use these blocks with your print block so you can combine other text with the text from your variable. And remember, our variable, right, I made it here is age. It's whatever you wrote here. Maybe you wrote Fred here. Maybe you asked him your favorite color. And so you did age, rename this variable to color. Just make sure it matches wherever else you use it. So you might want to change the question you're asking, label the variable. All right, so if we get stuck, there's a light bulb. Right now, though, mine hits run. I hit 33. We're all set how old I am. Ta-da. Now I'm going to head into world. Oh, and you see this? Let's see. Look at this little hole here. It's like a puzzle. So age is my favorite. I wonder if it will put a space automatically. Let's see. I'm having to answer this way too much. Notice there's no space here, and there's a reason for that. Computers can only do exactly what we tell them. So now I'm going to put a space here, and now it should smush this text together. 33 is my favorite number. We can get even fancier than this. I'm going to put an exclamation point. And notice, you see how this is ending here with a puzzle piece as well? Well, maybe I want to go up into world and maybe I'll put wow, I don't know, comma, cool, and then zoop, look how fancy I'm getting, zoop. Guess what? This is a mistake. I hope you know what's wrong. What happened? I need a space right here. Now, what I am tempted to do sometimes, you're like, oh, okay, my variable is Fred or age or whatever. And so you're like, all right, I'm going to go grab this and look, I'm going to type in the word age. Now let's see what happens. Erk. Why is that not a variable? My variable's age, I wrote age. Because it is in quotes. The computer thinks you just want the text there. If you want the variable, you have to use a block like that. Right? I hope you have fun with this and make a really cool statement. Right. Like, I am young and handsome, Mr. Kaiser. That's, yes. Boom. Onward. Cool. I'll be tackling all of these practice ones in another video. So if you need some help with that, make sure to check that out. I'll also, do we have challenges? Oh, no challenges. So, need help with practice? Look for that video link. And other than that, mission accomplished. Okay, I'll do one of these real quick. My students, you're expected to do all of them. So if you need help with all of them, make sure you look for that link. Let's use the print block to make two characters have a conversation. This program has been started for you. You can just add print blocks to it or make any other changes you like. Place print block under each @seconds block. Okay, @seconds, world. I know it's here, print. So I could put it up here. I could put it at the very bottom. Probably doesn't matter too much. I'm going to zoom out so we can see better. All right, so I'm going to say here, oh, this must be the pig. Hello, duck. And then this must be the duck. Wait, that's 2 seconds. Oh, so I'm going to have the duck. Oh. Well, I can have it up here still. It'll still print. Pig! Exclamation point. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this. At 4 seconds, duck. Oh, pig gets another line. Oh, they both are. Oh. Hello, duck. Pig. Oh, so who's going to be talking here? Pig, you are great. I'll have the pig be talking, so I'm going to say, duck. Thanks. Pig. Boom. I guess I'm capitalizing that. Let's see. Pig. Hello, duck. Duck, you are great. Thanks, pig. Ta-da! Awesome. Continue. So, my students, if you need help with these other practice problems, make sure to check out that tutorial. That will be probably linked in the description. Otherwise, victory!